Hi, I'm JJ.
I'm Tyler.
Today we're talking Wine Club wines. This is our 2018 estate bottled Red Mountain Merlot. Now, not very many people are getting this one with this release, only the premier members. Merlot is a wine that is really close to our hearts. We've been growing it here on Red Mountain at Kiona since 1976. And it's gone through some ebbs and flows in popularity over the years. But right now, we're seeing a huge upswing in Merlot's popularity. In fact, over the last 5 or 6 vintages or so, we've increased our Merlot bottling by about 400%. So I would say it's coming back.
It's coming back.
Of the Bordeaux cultivars, which include Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot, and Malbec. Merlot is often considered, at least in Bordeaux, to be on the softer side of things, and in France is blended into Cabernet to make Cabernet softer. That's not necessarily true here on Red Mountain. So the Merlot that we grow here has lots of body, lots of color, and a fair amount of tannin.
Yeah, really depending on where it's grown,
Right.
that more heavily influences its overall density. So those rough rules of thumb in France don't necessarily hold true here.
They can, but
They
not,
can.
but it's not like a
Yes,
universal rule, right?
exactly.
So we're including Merlot blocks. We grow Merlot in a few spots, but this wine is primarily Kiona Estate Vineyard. We have 4 different blocks here at the Kiona Estate. And so we're using all 4 of those blocks. Some of them are very old. Some of them are about 20 years younger, planted in the mid-90s. We've also got some Heart of the Hill fruit in this wine. And it's a little bit of a blend. It's got some Cabernet Sauvignon, some Cab Franc, and some Carmenere in the final blend. But we really love Merlot. Whenever we pour it in the tasting room, it surprises people. You know, they kind of like, oh, I thought Merlot wasn't very cool, but this is really delicious.
tasty.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they buy it. So the 2018 is a pretty recent release for us. So this is kind of its coming out party, if you will. We just switched over from 2017 to 2018. Tyler, can you talk to the people about barrel on our Merlot?
Yes, absolutely. Like a number of our wines, I view myself as being kind of in the middle, area of extraction. Not to say that there's a right or wrong answer, but because our wines are medium bodied compared to some of our neighbors, which have heavier wines and lighter wines, I don't want to over oak the wine, right? So wines like this, I prefer to stay in kind of like that 30 to 45% new oak barrel range.
The Goldilocks.
The kind of the Goldilocks zone for me. And what this does is it really accentuates the fruit profile of the wine. I would say, the Merlot on Red Mountain and Cabernet on Red Mountain for that matter are quite varietally characteristic. And we barrel age all the wines for the same period of time, but I don't put too much new oak on it to really accentuate those pure Merlot fruit flavors. So I really enjoy it. I hope you do too.
Yeah,
Thanks for enjoying.
Enjoy.